Yesterday I tried to upload, let me get my notes. I tried to upload this and I was half asleep. I was trying to do this before I went to work, but it didn't work like that. And I started talking and didn't even know that I wasn't even recording. But I'm going to give my opinion, and I have a day off, so hopefully I'm a little cognitive to give my opinion, but let's see. But I'm doing my commentary for season 3, episode 5 from. And the reason why? Because everybody has an opinion, and so do I. So here it goes. It's not gonna be in order. I'm gonna just let you know right now. So with the thing, Marielle getting offended because Christy didn't want her to let what happened the prior night, take a hold of her affections. But she got offended and thought she was talking about her taking drugs again. And some things don't have to do with your doings, your activities, and your feelings. She was just trying to let her know, in my opinion, that look, I know how it feels. I've been living here for 18,000 years, even though I've been gone for 6-7 months or however long she's been gone. And I know how it is when you try to help people and then all of a sudden they just croak. But she took offense to it. I don't like she came back, because when she came back, she gave her that ugly haircut, and then it's just been all over for me. Ellis going after his dad at the diner. That was a slight betrayal for me. I was kind of ticked off. My thing is, when Fatima fueled, then he fueled. But still, he needed to keep calm, because I feel like Ellis, to me, is one of the few people there who knows or kind of sometimes understands that it's the place, and sometimes he needs to be reminded that it's the place they're living in while things are occurring the way they were or are, and Fromville as it's being monikered. But him being fueled by Fatima, I didn't agree with him just going off, doing a group thing and going off at his dad. And I understand Fatima is scared because she's pregnant and she doesn't know what's going on and she wants to get the heck up out of there quickly. But my thing is, even if all of them leave, when they get in the quote-unquote real world, how are you going to operate? Because part of that place is going to be a part of you. So you're really not going to function in the real world. Because I'm about to skip. When Julie said that she didn't think that they were supposed to leave, I thought that myself anyway. Because when the boy in white pushed her out that lighthouse, and I felt like he pushed her out that lighthouse to save her. And again, I'm going to mention this. She didn't go home. That's the thing everybody's forgetting. She went to where Victor lives. So the last video, I said that, I think the lunchbox was the conduit for her going to where Victor is. And since she had the lunchbox and she's there, so I feel like the entity or whatever that holds the town was like, oh, since you're over there, go get his daddy. So I don't think she would have came back anyway. I think she would, let me take that back. I think some kind of way she would have made it back there, because she wasn't, even if she lived a long time, she wasn't going to live a long time. And I don't think, look, the quote unquote real world without coming back to the town. Dale going after Boyd. Look, I know Dale is dead, but my thing is this. He's always talking about who's not doing what. The whole 3 seasons that you see Dale is always talking about something somebody else is not doing. And the only thing I ever known you to do was to complain and stab somebody. Those are your only activities. Boyd has sacrificed his wife. He's basically sacrificing his son to make sure everybody gets back home. So Dale had his nerve. Julie getting the weed, I had to watch that several times. You see, I'm blind. So the first time I can't remember where I watched it, like on my laptop or on my phone, whatever. I couldn't see. So I was like, what the heck is she stealing? So one of the few times when I went back and watched it, I was like, oh, that's weed. It still didn't catch on when they were smoking, so forgive me. You know, I have these little ditzy moments. So, let's see. Julie's Polaroid. Julie's Polaroid, I want to know if it's her image on that Polaroid, because we get to see Elgin's, but we don't get to see hers. So since she went to the great beyond, the far beyond, the nowhere land, her, Mariel, and why can't I keep wanting to call this man Nathan, and his name is not Nathan, it's Randall. All three of them went to the far beyond. What did they bring back when they came back? So what would her Polaroid, her picture, her image on plastic and coloring would look like after coming back from there? You know, what would it look like? Is it her? Is she, I heard somebody say that the monsters are fairies. Is she a fairy? Or I call them vampires. What is she? Because I talked with my daughter. She mentioned, when I mentioned the Polaroid, that the voice that claims to be quote unquote Thomas said they're not your children now. So what did you guys bring back? Back to the diner scene. What the police was gonna do? What were they gonna do? What? Tell me. I want to know. But get stuck there. I mean, they can't call anybody. They can't. They can't even call the armed forces on these creatures. So what somebody tell me, please, because I'm confused. And get stuck in the pool like Dale did. Like, I want to know. People theorizing that Victor's daddy was abusive. I hope by this episode you can stop, because just because somebody drunk and nasty don't mean they abusive all the time. That can come from depression. I mean, hang around a few people that may be drunk. I mean, I don't know, go to another city. Do something, go to another state, because everybody who does a particular habit doesn't mean they all have the same habit. Obviously, they couldn't be too abusive, maybe neglectful in the abuse, but because he said that they got stoned. So where were the kids when they got stoned at the bottle tree in the other city? Bacta and Boy. I'm glad she came back and apologized. I'm glad, because it's already a situation where nobody has any answers about where to go home to, what to jump through, and them yelling at him about that tree. Everybody doesn't have the same experience when they go through that tree. And in my opinion, I think that tree takes you where what your personality and your characteristics are. So, and I hate to say this, if you have a bad personality, you're not going to go to a good place. I think that's why Boyd and Victor was saved. I mean, in a sense. I mean, you're still not going to a good place because you're still there. But jumping through that tree, your punishment is not that bad, I don't think. But Victor's dad questioning the hotel. I always wondered where this hotel was. And my thing was it like Tabitha and Jim's and the kids' house? They tried to escape and then it collapsed, and then it just wasn't a spot there. Because if you think about it, when Tabitha dug that hole, these houses are not like these buildings or houses or whatever, even though they have plumbing and all that, they don't seem like standard buildings. You don't even see pipes. Anybody seen any pipes? Let me know. I don't even know if anybody's gonna watch this, but you know. But if anybody's seen any pipes, let me know. I haven't seen pipes. They haven't seen electrical cords, any of that. So it's not like you're gonna see a foundation, because it looks like it's just plop, like how Dorothy's house just fell on the Wicked Witch in the Western Land of Oz. It's just flopped there, plopped there. It's just boom, house. And you know, this place, this dimension, this universe is just a strange universe place as it is. But I'm gonna end this. My opinion is going to be just like my thoughts. They're going to be everywhere if I continue to do this. But that's my commentary on From. I got to think about it, because I'll say season 5, episode 3, but it's season 3, episode 5. But that's my opinion, and thank you.